Thanks again, Lloyd. Lodges continue to make their unique impact in the Bahamian society. This week is a special one for members of the most worshipful Prince Hall Grand Lodge. Crystal Darling joins us live with the latest. Good morning, Crystal.
Good morning. Thank you, LaDawn. Representing the Prince Hall Lodge's most worshipful past Grand Master, Roscoe Davies. Welcome to the morning edition.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Okay, now before we get into what you guys are planning for doing this week, could you tell us more about how lodges play a significant role in the Bahamian community?
Well, I think mainly it's in providing community support. We have things like the annual blood drives. We provide assistance for back to school. We try to provide mentoring for different schools and that sort of thing. So it's mainly community involvement.
Okay, and what's the importance of being engaged with the community as you go along throughout your mission? Well,
I suppose the main thing is being involved in the community allows the community to know that we're here, what sort of services we provide, and generally to give support wherever support is required.
Okay, so this week we know that you guys are celebrating your 70th anniversary. So could you tell us about that?
Well, our Grand Lodge was organized 70 years ago. Lodges first came into the Bahamas 122 years ago with the formation of Royal Eagle Lodge, which was under the jurisdiction of the Grand Lodge of New York. Well, since then, other lodges were formed, and we were in a position in 1950 where we had the basic minimum of 4 lodges, so we were able to be formed into our autonomous body as the most worshipful Grand Lodge of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Okay, and that's a very rich history. You're talking about 122 years of fraternity work in the Commonwealth. So could you talk to us about the importance of the richness of the history and give us why was it so important for lodges to be formed during that time in the Bahamas?
Well, there was always a need for individuals to be involved in fraternities. And Freemasonry being one of the oldest organizations in the world, we had men from the Bahamas traveling primarily in the U.S., and that is where they first were introduced. Of course, coming back to the Bahamas, they wanted to continue the fraternal organization, and this is how the lodges were sort of increased. Like that, we find that we play that important role. Earlier, before the service clubs and those came into being, the lodges provided the outlet for the development of black men primarily, because if you understand the history of the Bahamas, this was one of the reasons why you had the lodges then being developed and increased over the years.
Okay, and you talked about the strong and rich history and strong tradition. Is there anything that you're doing to revolutionize the way that lodges are in the community? Are you recruiting a lot of young people? Do you see interest from younger persons in the community to come and be a part of and help with the lodge?
Yes, well, there was an image that lodges had to do with old men, but that has changed. Nowadays, we have a lot more of the young men coming into the organization, and this is important because, some of us, if you live long enough, you're going to pass away. So the young people are very important in coming in, and by being involved in the community, this would be the sort of incentive for others to not only learn more about, but become involved.
And I like how you mentioned, strengthening young men in the community. Why is it so important for us as Bahamians, to make sure that young men are engaged in positive activity like the lodge?
Well, I think we all look for positive activities. And if you have young men coming up, you find that there are many challenges. The lodge will provide the opportunity for fellowship for brotherhood, how to assist one another, how to network, how to resolve conflict, and all of that sort of thing. So the lodges provide a very important opportunity for this type of development and activity to take place.
Okay, thank you so much, and good luck on all of your activities you have planned for this week. We will be right back after this break.